babes, and welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, Melissa Renee. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'm feeling really good today. So, yeah. Today we have another Wednesday word. We're going to be talking about another woman of the Bible, and it is Rahab. Yep, we're going to get into the story of Rahab today. And you can find Rahab in Joshua chapters 2, verses 1 through 21, and also chapter 6, verses 17 through 25. Okay, so let's get into this week's Wednesday word. Okay, so at this time, the Lord is about to give Jericho into the hands of the Israelites, right? So Joshua sends two spies into Jericho to view the land, right? So now we are introduced to Rahab in Joshua chapters 2, verses 1, right? And we are introduced to her as a prostitute named Rahab. Now, if you notice, we are introduced to her sin before her name. We knew her sin before we knew her name, right? Remember that, okay? So Rahab was living in Jericho at this time, and she played a very important part into Israel taking Jericho, okay? So these men, the spies, went to Rahab's house to stay, right? So word got back to the king, and he said, he sent word to Rahab saying, bring out the men who have come to you, who entered your house, because they have come to search out the land. They have come to search out all of the land. Now this can be found in Joshua 2 verses 3, okay? So yeah, so Rahab lied and said that the men had already left, right? But she sent the king's men in a different direction to go look for them. She told them they had went one way, and she sent the king's men that way to go find them, right? But of course, Rahab was hiding the spies on her roof. Okay, she was like, I got y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you straight. And that's what she did. So basically, at this time, Rahab had known that the Lord was about to give the land into the Israelites, right? So in verse 12 and 13, Rahab says, and now please swear an oath to me by God, since I have shown you kindness, that you also will show kindness to my father's household, and give me a pledge of truth and faithfulness, and spare my father and my mother and my brothers and my sisters, along with everyone who belongs to them, and let us live. Okay. Now to this, in verse 14, they say, so the men said to her, our lives for yours. If you do not tell anyone about this business of ours, then when the Lord gives us the land, we will show you kindness and faithfulness, right? So they also told her to tie a cord of scarlet thread out of her window, right? So Rahab is playing a very important part of this story, right? So she lets the spies, the Israelites, down out of her window because she lived in the walls of Jericho, right? So she let them out, and she tied the scarlet cord in her window so that they would know that, they would honor the pledge that they made with her, the oath that they made with her, right? So she played a very important role, okay? So remember this, no matter what Rahab's past was, okay, she was able to be used by God, right? Okay, she showed faith in God, and she showed us how to fear the Lord and not man, okay? Now, I told y'all to remember what I said at first, right? When we first met Rahab, her sin was mentioned first, right? And then her name. But no longer, okay, no longer was Rahab known as a prostitute, but she was known as a woman of God and a woman of faith, okay? That is so important. No matter what your past is, no matter what you've done, no matter what you've been through, no matter any of that, no matter people try to bring it up in your face like, girl, you used to do this, he used to do that, this and that ain't got nothing to do with nobody no more, okay? Because once we repent, God forgives, okay? And that's it. She was a prostitute, and no longer was she known as that. God used her. God got rid of all of that old mess. Okay, just like He did with you, He can get rid of all of that old mess, and He can bring you into what He has already planned for you, what He's called you to do. Girl, don't get me going, because I will not stop. Do you understand me? Your past does not define you. Your past is not who you are. Okay, God forgives and He forgets that crap. Okay, He throws into the sea of forgiveness, like, okay, I got you. So if you try to bring it up again, God gonna be like, what are you talking about? What did you do? We don't got time. Don't allow people to bring up your past and to make you feel as though you're still in it, to make you feel like you're stuck in what you used to do. I used to do a bunch of stuff too. You can't bring it up to me though, because it's no longer here. I no longer do it. My past is gone. I am not defined by who I once was. I am defined by who God called me and what I am doing in God. I don't care about nothing else. You understand me? Don't ever allow anybody to make you feel as if your past is holding you back. You can move on, honey. You can do anything through God, okay? Let's move on. So when it was time for the Israelites to take over Jericho, they did spare Rahab and her family's life, right? They're the only ones who made it out of Jericho safely, okay? So Rahab is remembered as a woman of faith. We see this in Hebrews chapter 11, verses 31. It says, by faith, Rahab the prostitute was not destroyed along with those who were disobedient, because she had welcomed the spies in peace. Also, in James chapter 2, verse 25, it says, in the same way was Rahab the prostitute not justified by works too, when she received the spies as guests and protected them and sent them away by a different route. Okay, Rahab did what she was supposed to do. Okay, God was like, girl, do this, and she said, I got you. Period. Okay, we don't have to read the Bible in a boring way. We can literally, like, it's so good. It's so good. There's so much in here. It's so good. Like, who knew that there was a prostitute in the Bible? What? Like, the Bible has absolutely everything, every situation, every scene, all the stuff. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. But girl, Rahab did what she was supposed to do. Okay, she was a woman of faith. She changed her whole life around, and we applaud Rahab. Good job, boo boo. You did it. Okay, she did that. Okay, now Rahab is also the mother of Boaz. We all know who Boaz is, because some of us is waiting on our Boaz. Because I'm waiting on my Boaz. Okay. But anyways, which makes her the great-great-grandmother of King David, right? Making her a part of the Messiah's family tree. Now, who would have known that a prostitute was going to be a part of Jesus? What? You have no idea what God has for you until you get in His word, until you get in purpose what He has for you. You have no idea the amazing things that can come through your bloodline, that can come to your life, the blessings that God has for you. You have no idea. It's time out for the games. It's time out for playtime. It's time out for all the crap. If you got people in your life, like, get rid of them. If they're not for you, if they're leading you down the wrong path, it's time for them to go. If you're in a situation that you need to get out of it. Okay. This season, we don't got time for games. Games are over. Had Rahab been in games and playtime and not connected to God, then who knows what have happened? Who knows what would have happened? Who knows? But because she was in God's will, everything worked out for her good, right? It's time for you to be in God's will, stay in God's will, and do what God has called you to do. Boo, we don't got time for games. Games are over. It's 2024. We're moving forward in God. Okay? We're moving forward in God. Period. Period, boo. All right, babes. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Boo, click that subscribe button. Like, let's go. There's so much more here. God has so much that He's going to do through this channel, and you don't want to miss out, okay? So subscribe, like, comment, and share this video, okay? I don't know why I'm singing today, but I have literally been singing like this entire time. But, Yes, boo. I hope that you gained some kind of knowledge, something from this video, or learned something about Rahab that you didn't already know. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye, babes.